So, Atha Viṣṇusarga Sandhi. Welcome to the third part and the final and the last part of Sandhi. So, we'll be skipping 3 sutras in the beginning of Viṣṇusarga Sandhi: 131st, 32nd, and 33rd. We'll begin from 134. Chachayoh Sharamaha. So, Viṣṇusarga Sandhi basically deals with the Viṣṇusarga, the change in the Viṣṇusarga. Either it's a lop of Viṣṇusarga or it's adesha of Viṣṇusarga. Yes, either adesha or lopa. So Viṣṇusarga becomes Sharama when Charama or Charama follows. For example, if we have Krishna Yukta Charati, so because Charama is following, so the Viṣṇusarga changes to Sharama. So it becomes Krishna's Charati, and it's quite rampant, quite oftenly used. Any examples for this one?
Visargascha.
Atra sarga visargascha, right? Yeah, like that, so many. Then Krishna chadayati, so Charama, same, Krishna's chadayati. If we have Tarama or Tharama afterwards, so Viṣṇusarga changes to Sharama. Actually, this we did a similar sandhi for that. Nontash chachayo Sharamaha, tatayo Sharama, tatayo Sarama. There we were changing the Narama into either Sharama, Sharama, or Sarama. Of course, with the Vishnu Chakra or Vishnu Chapa preceding it. So it's like a combination, Sharama with Tatha and Sharama with Chacha Ramas and Sarama with Tatha Ramas. So it's like a permanent combination. So if we have Tatha afterwards, then Viṣṇusarga changes to Sha. So Krishna Tikate becomes Krishna Tikate. Kaha Ramaha becomes Kashtha Ramaha. And if we have Ta or Tha Ramas, then it becomes Sarama. For example, Krishna Tarati becomes Krishna's Tarati, and Krishna Thut Karoti becomes Krishna's Thut Karoti. So, yeah. Any examples now? Anyhow, if it comes to you, then
Duryodhanastada.
Nuts. Okay.
Kutastva.
Becomes Bhagavad Gita Encyclopedia. Duryodhanastada. What is that?
Kutastva.
Tva becomes Kutastva Kashmalam Idam Ityadi. Yeah, like that.
Kripascha.
What is that?
Kripascha.
Oh, Kripashta Samipindaya. Yes, Charama is there, so becomes
First verse
Kripashcha.
also having Pandavascha.
I'm sorry?
Pandavascha.
Pandava cha becomes. So like that, Pandavascha. So these are the 3 sandhis. Then Nat say. So if we have the word Tsa, we had similar sutra for this one in non-tash afterwards. So Nat say, if we have the word beginning with this, so the Viṣṇusarga doesn't change to the dental Dantya Sarama. It remains the same. Ka Saru. Shaureshu Shaurirva. Viṣṇusarga optionally become a Shauri when a Shauri follows. For example, if we have Krishna Sharanam, so one time it remains the same because it's optional, and one time the Viṣṇusarga takes the same form of the Shauri which follows. So Krishna Sharanam, Krishna Sharanam. In the BBT books, they don't use this Sandhi. They keep it simple, as far as I have noticed. But in other books, I've noticed some of them, they prefer this one, doing this Sandhi. Krishna Sharanam Ityadi. Hare Shanda becomes Hare Shanda one time and optionally not. Hare Surabhi becomes Hare Surabhi. Hare Surabhi. Like that. Shaurishu Shaurir Va. Satvata Paratvilopyascha. Viṣṇusarga can also be deleted when a Shauri which is followed by a Satvata follows. For example, if we have Harehe Sthalam. So in this case, we have a Shauri which is the Sarama, and afterwards we have a Satvata. So in this case, what happens is optionally, so first of all, we apply Shaurishu Shaurirva optionally. So one time Harehi Sthalam and Hare Sthalam, and then we optionally delete the Viṣṇusarga and it remains Hare Sthalam. Even this one is not preferred in BBT books. So BBT just prefer this one, Hare Sthalam. So, but we might see other forms as well. Hare Sthalam, and one time the Viṣṇusarga is deleted. So Hare Sthalam. Now it becomes a little difficult because Hare, the word Hare is the Sambodhana Pada of two words. For Hari word, 8.1, it is the Sambodhana, as well as for the word Hara, Hara, the Shakti Hara. So now when such words appear in some running text, in some commentary or somewhere, and if we are not aware of the context, then we are gone. Because we'll mistake this word to be a Sambodhana Pada, like we have in the Mahamantra. But actually, it's originally this. Initially, a Viṣṇusarga Sandhi bewilders the student because, especially when the Viṣṇusarga is deleted, because if we have Adesha or Agama of something, then we can, somehow recognize the thing. But if something is deleted altogether and we are supposed to identify it, then it becomes a little difficult. So Viṣṇusarga Sandhi is small and is easy also, but takes time to get used to it. But it's interesting. My favorite sutra, Adarama Gopaliyor Ur Nityam. Now, if a Viṣṇusarga comes after a Rama, and after a Viṣṇusarga, either a Rama follows or Gopal, a letter from Gopal, then what happens is this Viṣṇusarga changes to U Rama. So a Viṣṇusarga that comes after a Rama, always, it's a Nitya Sutra, it's not optional Sutra, becomes U Rama when either a Rama or a Gopala follows. So when U Rama is done, so Udvaim O, and so we have Krishna Atra. Then we apply Eo Vamanebhyo. No. Eobhyam Asya Haro Vishnu Padante. We did this one in the Sarveshwara Sandhi. Eobhyam Asya Haro Vishnu Padante, and then we get Krishna Atra. So this Sandhi is very, wherever you see this Avagraha, it means this sutra. And quite a times we see that. Second is Krishna Gachati. We have Gopala. So in this case, the Viṣṇusarga changes to U by Adarama Gopal or Gopali or Urnityam. Udvamo Krishna Gachati. So Krishna Uttara is this and Krishna Gachati. Any examples for this one? From any?
This one, Prabhuji. tumulo bhavat.
Tumulah abhavat. So Adaram Gopalyor Nityam. So becomes U. Then it becomes Udvay O. And then Eobhyam Asya Haro Vishnu Padante. Is this form clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Any other
So
example?
isn't that tumulo bhavat instead of abhavat? Or
Yeah, of course. Means when we pronounce it, then we don't pronounce the a part. It's deleted. But actually, it's abhavat.
Then Shreyonu pashyami.
Was I muted? I was muted.
I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I said one, but I muted myself when I said it.
Okay. Shreya Anupashyami, the same thing. Adaram Gopalyorur Nityam and Shreyo. Then, of course, Ayobhyamasya Haro Vishnu Padante. Shreyo Nu Pashyami. Yes, Prabhu.
Muktaha abhinatvam becomes mukto bhinatvam.
Muktaha Abhinatvam. Is that?
Yes. In this Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukto Bhinatvam Namanamino.
Purna. Yes. Yeah. Rasoham. So many for this one. Rasaham. So becomes Raso. Hum. Soham. They say Soham. Dasoham. Saha. Aham becomes so hum, and if we apply dasa aham, so it becomes dasoham.
And
So
also
like that.
Purna Shuddha, Purna Shuddha is an example of it without Aobhyam Asya Haro Vishnu Padante. So it's Purno Shuddha.
Yeah. Means we have Visarga, Vishnu Sarga, and before Vishnu Sarga we have a Rama, but afterward we don't have a Gopala. It's a non-Gopala, you know. So we could have applied the sutra Shaurishu Shaurir Vahir. Purnash Shuddha like that. But it's optional, so depends.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking Shuddha and Nitya. Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Shuddha Nitya, that's my fault.
No issue. So Shuddha and Nitya, so becomes Shuddho Nitya. So in this case, when we do apply the Sandhi, so even after applying the Sandhi, the words remain separate, we don't join them. So they are still separate. So Shuddha and Nitya.
yuyudano viratascha.
Yuyudhano, yeah. Yuyudhanaha. And yeah, Viratascha. See, Virataha and Cha. So two Sandhis. So first of all, Adarama Gopal Yor Urnityam Yuyudhano and yeah, Udvamo Vira, and then we apply Chachayo Sharama. Just now we did Viratashta. Okay. Any last one?
Rishikesho Gudakeshena.
So Adaram Gopal Yor Urnityam Udvamo. So like that, this is the Sandhi. We did many examples.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can I ask one question?
Is that
Hare Krishna.
Pranhari Prabhu?
This is Lokarama Das Prabhu.
Okay.
Ramadas. So you mentioned we don't connect the two words after applying the Sandhi. So is it that we only will connect if they're part of a compound, or sometimes, maybe I'm wrong, but like if there's a halanta, then they'll connect them, even if they're two separate words? Or is it always that is there any specific rule, or is it up to the kind of the writer what he will connect and not?
No, it depends on the Sandhi. I said that thing for this one, like when we have a Sarveshwara afterwards, so here we have connected the word Dasoham.
Yeah.
Like still there are two words, but we have, connected them. Like it's a way of writing, especially in Devanagari script.
Yeah.
Like if we write in Roman one, then it's like this. Oops. Oh, something wrong with my keyboard. So when we write in Roman, they are separate still. Daso, space, and then apostrophe and HAM.
Yeah.
But in Devanagari, it's a pattern that we write like this. But even in Devanagari, when we have a Gopal afterwards and we apply Adarama Gopal Yodur Nityam, then even when we write, they are written separately. They have a space in between. So in Roman, everything is separate. But in Devanagari, it depends, It's like Jiva Goswami says it to be Jal Valuka Nyay. Jal Valuka means, Jal means the water, and Valuka is the sand. Actually, he gives the example of salt. So when we put the salt in the water, so it gets merged, but the taste is there. Similarly, when we have two words, and the first word ends with a Vishnu Jana, with a Halanta, and the next word starts with a Sarveshwara. So although the identity of both the words are different, when we write it in Devanagari especially, so it's a pattern that the Sarveshwara of the second word merges into the Vishnu Jana of the first word.
But if there's two Vishnu Janas, like Man Mana, then you'd write them two separate with a halanta?
No.
No, it's recommended in Devanagari, we write them together. Man, Mana. Yeah.
All right.
So they,
I think I
okay,
understand the basic rules of how to write it. Thank you.
okay, next sutra
Guruji, I
is,
think the writing with halant is allowed only when it is at the end of the pada, no?
yes. In between, we have to join it. Like sometimes, but still in nowadays, even in many books, publications, even in between, they will use that halanta part and separate them. For example, any example of any shloka or anything?
For example, if I say like satsanga, will they write sat and sang separately in the modern style?
I'm just thinking of something else.
No.
Rane Asmin Rane. Asmin. For example, let me write like this. Asmin Asmin Rane. Okay, so ideally it should come like this. Asmin Rane. Although it appears little strange, but it is the way. But some, they prefer it to be written like this. Asmin Rane. They just keep it separate so that it becomes a little easier for the reader to understand. So it's either way, but I've seen that when we put them together, then it's more appreciated, much appreciated. But nowadays, because, first of all, we have so many compounds in Sanskrit, plus we have such things where a Sarveshwara joins in, merges into the Vishnu Jana. So sometimes a word becomes so long that the readers, they become, bewildered, like what is written here. So that's why many publishing houses, what they are doing, especially the good ones also, like Narayan Maharaj and many in Vrindavan, either they put that hyphen in between, or they separate it like this, Asmin Rane. So just to make it easy for the readers, that's all.
Yes, actually now the hyphen system is in Devanagari also. There also they are following.
Especially in the samasa part, when there is a compound word. So ideally it shouldn't be there, but it's just to facilitate the readers.
Right, right.
Oh, in old manuscripts, Rupa Goswami's and other manuscripts and all, you don't see space anywhere. It's all the.
Not at all.
They also don't use this avagraha, huh? When they do this Sandhi. So you just have dasoham with no avagraha in many places.
Yeah, so
The old manuscripts look just like a collection of akshars. Just
Yeah.
akshar and akshar everywhere, not even a space.
actually there was no punctuation marks given except for the Purna Virama, the Purna Viramas. And also that Purna Virama would be given just at the end. Like, for example, there is a commentary on the first verse of Bhagavatam, and let's say Sridhar Swami is writing commentary for 3 or 4 pages for that verse. So I'll just continue writing. No punctuation marks at all in between. He'll just end the whole commentary at the last, and he will put 2 or 4 that Purna Viramas, and he'll write 1 in between, indicating that it ends here. Now, so because I'm reading different versions of the commentaries of Acharyas, especially Jiva Goswami. One is Puri Das edition from, I think, Bengal somewhere. One is the Krishna Shastri edition from Surat. One is edition from Grantha Mandira, the Satyanarayan Babaji from Jiva Institute. Now, all of them, their style of using the punctuation marks different, and even there is little bit changes here and there, even in the manuscript of the same commentary of the same Acharya. So like that.
Prabhuji, where did you get the Puridasa editions and all?
Puridas edition, I have the Jiva Goswami edition. Means I don't know if Puridas, he did, compile the commentaries of other acharyas, but I have the Jiva Goswami one with me. So like that.
So one thing about including the dash or hyphen in the Devanagari, couldn't that potentially ruin if there were alternative readings like hidden meanings or multiple meanings?
Actually, it's understood that hyphen just means that still they are the same connected words, but they have been separated by using hyphens or dashes just to facilitate the readers. But still, the reader, he knows, he understands that it's still a compound. It's still a compound. If someone gets it like the words are different, then the meaning could be altered and so on. But generally, I think it's not a big problem with the hyphens and the dashes. But sometimes I've seen dashes being put in a wrong way. Like even if some words are not compound words, so even those words are connected to each other using hyphens, then it becomes difficult to identify the meaning. Now, what is going on there? Then we have to scratch the head, and that's all. Like that. Anyhow, enough of it. Advaya. Oh. Okay. We'll do one more, and then tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we'll finish. Advaya bho bhago gobhyo lope sarveshware tu yascha na chalope sandhi. A Viṣṇusarga that comes after Advaya or after the words bho, bhago or agho is deleted when a Sarveshwara or Gopal follows. For example, we have the word Krishna iha. So Viṣṇusarga is coming after Advaya. Now, Arama is also part of Advaya. And after Viṣṇusarga, we have Irama, Sarveshwara. So in this case, the Viṣṇusarga will be deleted. Krishna Iha. Now what happens is, in this case, optionally, Nachalope Sandhi Sarveshwara to Yascha. The Viṣṇusarga optionally changes to Yarama. Optionally. One time it's deleted and one time it converts into Yarama. That's why sometimes in Prabhupada's Pranamantra, some devotees, they chant it like Nama Yom, Nama Yom. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I've heard Nama Yom. So I think this is the sutra they apply, even if they don't know if it has to be applied or not. So Krishnaha Atra becomes Krishna Atra and so on. So Bhoho Ananta becomes Bho Ananta. Bhoy Ananta. Bhagoho Ananta becomes Bhago Ananta. Agho Vaishnava means Agho Avaishnava. These were the examples where we had Sarveshwara following. Now if we have Gopala following, so Krishnaha Gachanti becomes Krishna Gachanti. This sutra may seem to be clashing with the previous one, Ada Rama Gopalyorur Nityam, because there we had a Rama before Viṣṇusarga, and here also we can have a Rama because it's Advaya. But the difference there is, or here is, there we could only have a Rama ahead, not all the Sarveshwaras. But here we can have any Sarveshwaras except a Rama. If we have a Rama here, then Ada Rama Gopalyorur Nityam will be applied. Otherwise, we'll apply this sutra. So Krishna Gachanti becomes Krishna Gachanti, Bho Govinda becomes Bho Govinda, and so on. Like this. Any example for this one? I have one. 1.1 BG. Samavetaha Yuyutsavaha. So becomes Samaveta Yuyutsavaha. Dhritarashtra, all the Uvachas we see. Dhritarashtraha Uvacha. So we have Arama in Tarama. So Advaya Bho Bhago Gobhya, and we have Sarveshwara becomes Dhrita Rashtra Uvacha. Like that. Shuka Uvacha, Gopya Uchuhu, and so on. So many examples. Any example?
Antavanta Ime.
Antavantaha Ime becomes Antavanta Ime. Okay, what about, I'm giving you the opposite thing. Ta Ime. Now, how would we, means this is after doing the Sandhi.
This is Te Me, right? So you have AI and then Yadinam Yavayor Va.
Yeah. Now someone may say, oh, it's Ta Ime, and we apply Advaya Bho Bhago, and it becomes Ta Ime.
There's nothing called Taha, right?
Yeah, means that's what. Now, in such cases, we need to know the words and the vocabulary. So this word, we know, so it becomes easy. Otherwise, sometimes it becomes difficult. Okay, any further example?
Ya Enam.
Yeah, becomes yes, like that. Many examples. So yeah, okay. Any questions for this grammar portion?
One last question about this sutra we just covered. Is it like just a different option? Like if we have, I'm confused about this sutra, like advayam before a Gopala seems to be we either can delete the Viṣṇusarga or it becomes an O. It seems like there's two options. Is that correct?
Just 1 minute, Prabhu. So you might see in the screen. So it's like this. This is just for the sake of, inserting, or let us just do
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Yep. I understand.
What is that? Yeah. So if we have, now Advaya means, we know Advaya means A or A. So if we have either of, these 5 things behind Viṣṇusarga, and afterwards we have either of Sarveshwara minus, let's say, a Rama
Yeah.
and or Gopala, then the Viṣṇusarga will be deleted.
Okay.
Now what is your question?
So can you go back up to the previous sutra?
Ada Rama Gopali or Nityam?
Yeah. What was the examples there we were giving? It seems like about that second one, Krishna Gacchati. It seems similar to the one we just saw, Krishna Gachanti. So how does Krishna Gacchati not apply here to this one?
We had Krishna Gacchati there,
Yeah.
and we have Krishna Gacchanti in this case.
Yeah.
How to differentiate which sutra to be applied?
Yeah, that's my question. Exactly.
So first of all, if the requirements, the prerequisites of Ada Rama Gopali or Nityam Sutra is fulfilled in the combinations, then the first priority has to be given to that sutra, because that's a more Vishesh specific sutra. If the requirement is not fulfilled, then we apply Advaya Bho. So in this case, Ada Rama Gopali or Nityam, we have a Rama before Viṣṇusarga and we have Gopala afterwards. So the prerequisite is being fulfilled here for that sutra, so we apply that one.
I see.
Krishna Gacchati. In this case, we have Gopala after Viṣṇusarga, which is one of the requirement of that sutra, but we have the long Trivikram A. That's not required there. So we cannot apply Ada Rama Gopali or there. So we apply Advaya Bho, because here it says we need Advaya. So A is a part of Advaya, and then we delete this thing. Krishna Gachanti.
Okay, Ru, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't realize that in the previous sutra it was just a Rama, and in this sutra it's Advaya.
Yes, Prabhu.
So I see. Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Okay. We'll do little Anvaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tachraddhana Munayo Jnana Vairagya Yuktaya Pashantyatmani Chatmanam Bhaktya Shruta Grahitaya. Tachraddha. You see which Sandhi here? Anyone? First of all, what are the 2 words?
Tat Shraddha.
Shraddhadhana.
And which Sandhi?
Oh, Dashchashe and then Gatah Shastrova.
Yes. Okay, this see the dhana, munaya. So it's basically the dhanaha. The Viṣṇusarga is deleted by Advaya Bhavago. Now munayo was munayaha, which became munayo by Ada Rama Gopali or Nityam. So we have two examples live from the class. Shraddhanaha. Shraddhaya aprakrita. Okay, Shraddhana Munayah Jnana Vairagya Yuktaya Shruta Grihitaya Bhaktya Atmani Tat Cha. This is Tat Cha becomes Tat Cha by Datau Paravarna Atmanam Pashyanti. So Shraddhana, Shraddhaya Aprakrita Vastuni Sudrida Vishwasena Yukta. Those who are equipped with a staunch belief, faith in non-material vastu, object, aprakriti, which is spiritual or non-material. So such munis, munayah, who are yuktaya, jnana vairagya yuktaya, who are now pareshanubhuti rupena jnanena bhagavad itara vastuni viraktaya cha samanvitaya, who are enjoined with jnana, and jnana is being described as para isha anubhuti rupena. Jnana is what? It's the form of realization of the Supreme Lord. Pareshanubhava, Pareshanubhava we have in the 11th canto. So the same thing, Pareshanubhuti. And what is Virakti? Bhagavat itara vastuni viraktya. He is detached from all the objects apart from things, apart from the Lord or things connected to the Lord. Itara means, itara means apara, the other or apart from. So such munis who are enjoined with such jnana, and basically jnana here refers to vijnana, the anubhuti, the anubhava, Shruta grihitaya, Vedanta shravanena guru mukhat praptaya, who have received from the mouth of their spiritual masters the knowledge of Vedanta. Bhaktaya, Bhagavad Bhagavat Seva Rupaya Vritya. Again and again we are saying that Bhaktya not only refers to Bhagavat, it also refers to Bhagavata. This is, I think, the second or the third time we're saying this. So Vritti means the occupation. Any good word for Vritti?
Usually just means action, doesn't it?
Conduct, behavior, usage, practice. I think this practice, devotion, and occupation. Yeah, so anything. So let's use it as an action here, or something which is executed, So such execution, which means service to the Lord and the devotees. Bhagavat means the devotees, or it can mean the Grantha Bhagavat or the Bhagavad. So by doing this, Atmani, Tatcha Atmanam Pashyanti. Here Atmani is written as Bhagavati, in the Lord, but I was reading Prabhupada's translation of this. So there he takes Atmani as in oneself, in oneself he sees Paramatma. So in oneself he sees Paramatma, such munis. But here Bhagavati is being taken that in the Lord, that Advaim Jnana Tattva Atmanam, that one sense is Atmanam means one who is equipped with Jnana Vairagya, who is equipped with the Shraddha in the Lord, and who has learned the scriptures from a bona fide guru, and who is performing bhakti. So such a person, he sees Paramatma in himself. This is one meaning, which Prabhupada states in his translation, you can read. Second is given here that those who are equipped with such things, they see the Paramatma and the Brahma Rupa, the features of Paramatma and the Brahma, impersonal Brahma, in Bhagwan feature. This is second aspect. That those who are Shraddhadhana, Jnana, Vairagya, Yukta, Shrutagrihita and Bhaktya, they see the features of Paramatma and Brahma, impersonal Brahman, in the Bhagwan feature. This is another understanding. So, yeah, Shlesharth, Pashyanti, they see. What time is that? I think we'll stop here. It's over time. Yeah, but it was good. Any questions? Any discussions?
I just noticed this is an example of the dashes, and yeah, it does help a lot to understand the compounds.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much to all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.